Hey YouTube, this is Carmen back again with another DYOR token video. Thanks for clicking on my video, and for all my new viewers, heads up, these are my opinions and my opinions only. Please do your own research, pun intended, when making any investments. So for all of you that have been waiting for over a month, version 3 of DYOR contract has launched. I know a lot of you are just as excited as I am. I could not wait to make this video. It's been several months. I've been meaning to make a video on DYOR, and coincidentally, when DYOR version 2 was at its peak in November, I was on vacation for 2 weeks, and then we locked the contract, we migrated to a new contract, so I just been kind of waiting to put out this video until the new contract launched. Now, the screen you're looking at right now, this is the version 2 website, so DYORpro.net. If you go to this website, most of the information on here has changed and will be updated, so do not use the contract address below. None of these numbers are relevant, other than the fact that there's about 35,000 holders. Just please be careful. I'm just showing you this just so you know there are a lot of key points that are still on here that have happened and will happen, but be on the lookout for the new version 3 website. Now, I was told it may be a few weeks before it comes out. Until then, if you go to DYORpro.com, there's a temporary link set up. On this link, it shows the latest YouTube video here of Tom from the DYOR Media Network, and then it has the buy now on PancakeSwap, so you're able just to click that link, head over to PancakeSwap and buy DYOR if you want to from there, as well as the updated contract address. So make sure you're aware of this before trying to buy DYOR. You don't want to accidentally make a purchase on the version 2 contract. Now below here are the social media platforms. If you're interested in any one of these platforms in particular, click on one of these hyperlinks, it'll send you right over. Now in the past, I did 2 DYOR videos and a lot has changed. Now I can't go over all the changes right now. I am going to be putting out more and more videos about DYOR in the future, but I did want to put a video out highlighting the changes in the new contract and briefly explaining what DYOR is all about. Now, one thing I do want to say before I read through this, I know there were a lot of people that were really distraught and mad when they looked at their Trust Wallet. They seen the price was down 60, 70, 80%, and then they went over and looked at the charts and seen this. If you didn't know any better, you would assume this was a rug pull, correct? But if you did any amount of research or reached out into Telegram or Discord or any of the other social media platforms, you would have realized that there was a migration from the version 2 contract to the new version 3, and the liquidity was being pulled intentionally. Now, when this happened, instead of doing your own research, a lot of people ran into Telegram, started screaming scam, started fudding, and became very hostile. Now, what is the name of this token? I said it about 15 times already. Do your own research. So the point I'm trying to make is, whether it's DYOR or any other project, if something looks weird or something looks strange, go into their Telegram, go to their website, go to whatever social media platform that you feel comfortable using, or you know is a source of information for the project, and read the pinned messages. The pinned messages are on top. That's why they're pinned up here. These are invaluable. Take 45 seconds, take a minute, take 5-10 minutes before jumping on the chat and screaming and asking the same questions over and over again and fudding, because most times you'll see that the questions that you have been answered several times in the pinned messages. So just be aware of that, because not only are you stressed out, but so are the moderators. They can only do so much. They're trying to answer every question individually when usually it's the same questions being asked over and over and over again. All right, so now that we got the FUD out of the way, let's take a look at the tokenomics, and then I'm gonna play a little video for you that was provided by the DYOR team, which sums up exactly what DYOR token is all about. Now first, the original DYOR contract, version 2, had a 1 quintillion, 1 quadrillion supply. Now with this migration, it moved from that huge supply down to 100 billion. Now since launch, the LP has been locked and there was an initial 20% burn. Now the way the version 3 tokenomics play out are as followed. There are 3% in reflections, 2% goes to the LP, there's now a 2% marketing wallet, a 2% development wallet, and 1% goes to administration. So there's a total 10% fee. Now there is a note here at the start, this will be slightly altered to help replenish the LP. So there's going to be a less percentage going to possibly marketing and development and more going towards the LP. So this will add stability, especially in the short term, which will help combat huge ups and huge downs. Now this also shows again the new contract address. Make sure you add this as a custom token in your wallet. I use Trust Wallet personally. I'm sure if you've gotten this far, if you bought any kind of tokens, you know how to add a custom token to your Trust Wallet. So make sure to do that. If you are sitting on your version 2, there's nothing for you to do. If you actually look at your wallet and this is the first information you're getting, and you look at your wallet and all you have is version 2 tokens in your wallet, you've already been automatically airdropped. Add this new contract address, and those will be your new tokens. And what I would recommend is actually disable the other token, the version 2 token, because there's nothing you can do with it. They're just numbers in your wallet at that point. Now, if you're like me and you don't like messing around with PancakeSwap or any exchanges, they do have a swapper. Now, what you can do is you can send Binance Smart Chain directly to this wallet address, and in return, you will receive the new DYOR token. So this is when you're buying. Do not try to sell with this contract. Don't send your DYOR to this contract address thinking that's going to sell and send you back BNB. That's not how it works. This is how to buy. This is only for buying, because people have already tried it with other swappers that I've seen, and then they get angry because they thought it was universal. It's not. It's one way. This is only to buy. So just be super aware of that. And honestly, it's a fantastic tool. You don't have to worry about slippage. You don't have to worry about the numbers fluctuating on you while you're trying to make a purchase on PancakeSwap. All you do is send Binance Smart Chain directly to this address. Now, this gives you those two ways to actually buy DYOR. Of course, through PancakeSwap and now through the swapper. Now, as I mentioned before, there was that 20% initial burn. I just wanted to quickly note this will not be the only burn. Now, there may be manual burns in the future. I'm not going to talk on that because I don't know the frequency of that, if it's ever going to happen through DYOR. However, DYOR is partnered with Disco Burn Token, DBT, and at the first of every month, DBT has a burn party. And if you want to know what DBT is, there's a video linked above. So click on that, check it out, and I'm actually going to be doing an updated video tomorrow. But nonetheless, on the first of every month, DBT holds a vote, and the contestant that wins that vote gets a buy-in burn from DBT. So DBT actually buys their token and burns it, which removes tokens from circulating supply, injects liquidity, and increases the floor. Now, part of that wallet, specifically 20% of it, I believe, is allocated to DYOR every month. So every month there will be a buy-in burn of DYOR. So as I already said, what does that do? It buys the token, sends that token to the burn wallet, which decreases the total supply, increases the amount of liquidity in the contract, and permanently raises the floor of that token. Now, another thing I did want to mention is the conversion. So if you go inside Telegram and you type in /conversion, it will explain the ratio of the old contract, which is right here on the right-hand side, and the current contract, which is on the left-hand side. So when you divide the new total supply by the old total supply, you get this number. If you multiply this number by whatever tokens you are holding in version 2, this will give you whatever the new number of version 3 is. So if you want to do the math on that, obviously go right ahead. But the thing to take away from this is that whatever percent you had in version 2 is the same percentage you're going to have in version 3. So if you owned 1% of the total supply in version 2, you're still going to hold 1% of the total supply in version 3. You're going to keep your percentage. Now, you'll have less tokens, but each individual token will be worth more. Now, I know a lot of you loved having billions and trillions and quadrillions of tokens. Yeah, it looks cool in your wallet, but exchanges don't like these big numbers. And from my understanding, Jason, the CEO of DYOR, has already had active conversations with different exchanges about getting DYOR listed. So I'd personally rather have a little bit less of the token, still worth the same amount of money, and have the ability for us to get on different exchanges, which is going to add more exposure to the project and bring in more holders and investors. Now, I said a lot of things in this video. I'm trying to keep it short, but as always, I talk for 45 minutes and then I have to edit it down to 5, 10, 15 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this short video. This gives you a really good summary of what DYOR is, what the project stands for. So let me play it real quick. After that, we're going to look at the chart, the holder count, and then wrap this up. So what did that mean? What is DYOR project? Well, as you can see here on the temporary webpage, educate, equip, empower. Now, I asked Jason tonight on a live stream, what's the most important thing that you would like the holders or new investors of DYOR to know? And those are the three words he said: educate, equip, and empower. Now, he said a lot of fancy words. and it was too much for me to remember. But basically, DYOR wants to give you the tools to navigate through this crypto space. They want to, through education, equip you with the knowledge to safely invest while making the best financial decisions you can without making the mistakes that a lot of people that enter the crypto market make. A lot of us going into crypto made very poor decisions. Most of it was due to lack of education. With all the scams out there and projects popping up every second, it's very difficult to know when a project is truly legit or if it's just another unfaced team trying to take advantage of unknowing participants. So if you're new to crypto or you've been around for a while, it's nice to have this safe haven. Yes, it's been a bumpy ride for the past couple months, but in my opinion, this project is just getting started and I can't wait to see where we're at a year from now. All right, so here is the chart currently on PooCoin, so you can check it out. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Matter of fact, FYI, I'm gonna put all the links that I talked about in the description, whether it be the contract, the smart contract, the new website, everything. Everything will be in the description, so just check that out. But as you can see, this is just a one-day-old chart. We have gradual growth. Of course, there's an initial burst when the contract opened up, and there's immediate sell-off. There have been people that were holding on to their DYOR for the past month or so, and maybe they wanted to get out of the project, or they were buying on the way up and wanted to take immediate profits. It happens. There's nothing wrong with that. But as you can see, there are more buys than sells, and it's really hard to kind of give an analysis right now. We'll see where it's at in a week or two. But as for now, the project is up from launch, sitting at a $1.7 million market cap. And remember, 20% of the total supply was burned. So this is not actually 100 billion anymore. It's actually 80 billion. So just be aware of that. And at this time, we're sitting at 31,448 holders. Now, before I leave, a quick mention, go head over to DYOR Media Network. Go check out Tom and Wes over there. Tom's one of the OGs. He's been doing this since June. They have a great network over there. A lot of information, a lot of fun. Also on this network, you can check out Wes. Wes does technical analysis. Wes has a full playlist over here, which is called Crypto All-Stars, which he goes over a lot of different projects and gives you the breakdown. Also on this channel, keep an eye out for Coffee with Jason and Melanie. Jason's the CEO, Melanie's his wife. They do a little AMA often. Check on Telegram, see when their next coffee break's gonna be, and go check them out. And finally, like I already said, Tom, he has a really good series, Rugged, Ruined, and Wrecked, which he talks about all the projects that are, as I said, rugged, ruined, and wrecked. It's pretty funny, and whenever there's major events going on, this is the face you're gonna see. Good old Tom. And then finally, one more shout out. We have a new member to the YouTube family, Carmen Crypto, which, if you're familiar at all with DBT, Carmen is the COO of Disco Burn Token. And as you know, DBT and DYOR are sister projects, and they have overlapping team members, which from my viewpoint is excellent because I know a lot of the team members on both teams. It's a great collaboration, and I know when one project takes off, they're both gonna take off. But back to Carmen. So, like I said, she's new to the YouTube family. Go over there, check out her channel. She recently had 2 videos out. The first one was with the CEO of DGEM, and recently she had an interviews with the founders of Military Finance. So go over there, check out one of her videos, give her a like and subscribe, and tell her that I sent you. All right, gang, that's about it. Thanks for watching my video. As for a little bit of closure, this is the last time I'm going to be going over to DYORpro.net, the version 2 website. The next video I do will be a math video. I'm going to specifically break down the market cap and the circulating supply and take a look at how much you have to hold to get the specific price that you want, or vice versa, how much the market cap has to be for you to get a specific price. And maybe we'll even factor in some reflections. But on that note, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and make sure you punch that notification bell to get a notification on all upcoming videos that I will be having out. Like I said, tomorrow I got a DBT video coming out, Meta Heroes coming out pretty soon. I got a Rebel Token video coming out at the end of the week. A lot of videos are coming out. I've done some really cool videos recently. They're all new projects. Go check them out. Affinity Token, Lucky Casino, and Pathful, one of the first projects I've ever talked about. But anyway, gang, as always, take care and have a blessed day.